but we're just going to mix in just a little tiny bit, just so we get the blurriness of the shadow. There will be more in this series. I think I'll do a cube next, but then I'll move on to doing like a 3D cube. Now for this, you don't really have to do the exact same way I'm doing. This is just for the beginners, anyone else who would actually want to do this out there. Now I'm just going to use a really smaller brush than the one I'm actually using. And this is there too. Now you want to come out of that tool, you just want to use a brush tool. And just get rid of this bit, because you really do. It doesn't have to be really detailed. It's not as if it's a big massive castle or anything, or a big massive fight scene or a space scene. It's just a basic apple. Now what we could do is we could probably add a little bit more down to this side, which I think it might actually do. Just pick up that colour, and what we want to do is we want to have the shadow so it's like pretty much not directly underneath, so we'll get rid of that little part. Just use the eraser tool. We'll get rid of this little part because we don't really want the shadow to be directly underneath. We want it to at least come out to about here, maybe a bit further back. At least here it's okay, but what we're going to do is we're going to zoom in, we're going to come down to here, and we're going to go back into the mixed brush tool and just clean up a little bit. Because what you don't want is you definitely don't want these lines here. So then you go back to eraser tool and you get rid of all these lines which is just randomly sticking up everywhere. Then you come over and you see if there's anything you would quite want to fix up. But if there's nothing you really want to fix up, you can always go back in and try to make it a little bit darker down here. So let's see if we can do that in there. Just apply a little darkness to it. Not really causes any harm really. Oh wait, yeah. What we'll do is we'll zoom in actually. Try get it just a little bit darker. Now you don't want to get it too dark because you want to keep the values the exact same. Like over here you can tell this is where the light is shining from, so I think we'll fix it up just a tiny little bit soon. As soon as we have the red, you want the red to dominate the black, but you also want a tiny little bit of black just to shine through, so you know there's where the light has come from, where the shadow's going to be. But we'll deal with fixing the white and the rest of this very soon. Just come back down here, see if there's anything else. Okay, let's just fix up this little part. Now as you see, I have actually picked a black colour, and this will just darken the red which I have down here. It'll darken it to a really good way, like, because you see up here, oh shit, here we go. Okay, so about that. As you can see up here, the red is a little bit brighter than down here. We want to do is we want to darken this red down a bit. We really do want to darken it down a bit. So we'll go with the red again, and what we'll do is we'll just mix it in. Just mix the colours in. Again, it's not so much, it's just trying to fix it so you know you're in the right. Now it looks a lot better. What we have to do is we need to fix this part over here. So we'll go over to this part and we'll fix up this little bit. But what do you want to fix this colour up with? You want to fix this colour up with a little white. So what we'll do is we'll actually pick this colour because it's a kind of grey colour. You'll pick this, we'll smudge it out. Now the first thing I was actually taught in school was how to do basic shapes, how to do the shading on basic shapes, how to do the shadow, the lightings, how to work everything just on basic shapes. We did cones, circles, spheres, rectangles, squares, cubes. Because cubes 3D, squares just blank square. A cube is actually the 3D shape. You have a cone, you have a triangle, you have a cone which is a 3D, triangle which is just flat shape, you have a circle which is just blank, then you have the sphere which is actually 3D. This started off as a circle, but now as it's progressed it's coming out to look more like a sphere, but obviously an apple kind of sphere with this little bit here. If I was to get rid of this, then you'd know it's just a plain apple. So what we'll do is we'll actually disappear that layer. Now you can see it a lot better to be a circle, just a red circle with a tiny little brightness of it, so you can just identify where the light is. and where the light isn't. Just basic learning. Now, I did fix that light, but the thing is, it's this light I'm worried about. So we're going to actually merge these two layers. One side has to go. Wait, yeah. Okay, it's not letting me. Okay, wait. Okay, let me merge. There we go. Okay, the layers are merged. So now we can just focus on making this part just a little bit brighter, but not too bright, because you still want to be able to notice the red up here. So we'll fix that. So about that, guys, the dogs seem to be barking, so I'll get them in a minute. What you want to do is you want to get the colour pick, the eyedropper tool, which would be just I, B for brush, and the I for the brush, the eyedropper tool. But what we want is, we want a kind of pinkier colour. We want a lighter red. We want a really light red. So that seems a bit more orange. We want this kind of red. So having that red, we are going to just apply the red that we've just picked to the white and the grey, so you can notice a huge difference. Now, even if we don't actually do it, we can just use the brush tool, kind of just pan it out, even if it's just little bits like that, and then go back to the mix brush tool and brush it in. You want to make sure that white still stays there, but you want to make sure it blends in with the light red that you've just picked, so the kind of pinky colour. You want to make sure it stays with that, so you know where the light is definitely coming from. As you can see, it looks actually a lot better now with us just applying that really brighter red. Now, red is a really bright colour, but the red we've been working on in the centre and all this all the way through this video has been a dark red. As you can see now, if I zoom out, it looks more like a sphere. Yeah, I'm going to rub it a little part out because that's annoying now. But guys, that's going to do me today. I hope you've actually enjoyed this tutorial on how to do a sphere, do the lighting and the shading and finding out the shadow on the sphere. I'll post the shortcuts to the tools I was actually using, the eraser tool, the brush tool and the eyedropper tool, and I'll upload a video pretty soon of the graphics tablet which I use and the settings I have on it. So if you've enjoyed this video, guys, please remember to subscribe to my channel, it helps out a lot. Like my videos and comment if this video is really helpful, and I will continue to do more. See you guys next time, bye bye.